Before we begin, if stories about real love, real mistakes, and real consequences hit home for you, take a second to subscribe. You don't want to miss what comes next. My husband smiled the way he always did when he was done arguing without ever raising his voice. Soft, polite, almost kind. Then he said nothing at all, picked up his jacket from the back of the chair, and walked out of our house like he was stepping away from a casual conversation. Not a marriage. Not 15 years. Not me. But that wasn't the moment everything broke. That was just the moment I finally understood. Earlier that evening, the house smelled like lemon cleaner and burnt toast. I'd been pacing between the kitchen and the living room, phone in my hand, rereading the same message over and over. Running late. Don't wait up. It was the third time that week. The text came at 9:47 p.m., always around the same time. Always the same wording. No emojis anymore. No love you. Ethan used to call on his drive home. Every night. Even if it was just 5 minutes of road noise and small talk. Lately, his calls had disappeared, replaced by silence of phone he kept face down on the counter. He'd started showering the second he got home. Started smiling at his screen in ways he no longer smiled at me. I told myself I was being dramatic, that marriages go through phases. That trust means not checking his phone when it buzzed at midnight. That night, though, something felt off in my chest. Heavy, electric. When Ethan finally came home, he didn't kiss me. He walked past like I was furniture, loosened his tie, and asked what was for dinner. His voice was calm. Too calm. I asked him who Lena was. The name slipped out before I could stop it. He froze. Just for a second. Barely noticeable. Then he smiled. That same quiet smile. And in that moment, I realized the scariest part wasn't that he might be cheating. It was that he'd already decided how this would end. Ethan didn't deny it. That was the first thing that shattered me. He leaned against the kitchen counter like we were discussing groceries, not the name of another woman slipping between us. You weren't supposed to find out like that, he said quietly. No apology. No panic. Just mild disappointment. Like I'd opened a door too early. My ears rang. I asked him how long. He rubbed his thumb against his wedding ring before answering, which felt cruelly ironic. A few months, he said. It wasn't planned. That sentence landed wrong. As if betrayal only counted if it came with intention. He told me Lena worked in his department. Marketing. Late nights, shared deadlines, inside jokes that slowly cross lines. He said it started with talking in the car after work, then lunches, then a hotel near the office because it was easier than lying. Every word felt rehearsed, like he'd practiced his confession in his head long. Before I ever asked a question, I asked if he loved her. He didn't answer right away. Instead, he reached for his phone, scrolled, and turned the screen toward me by accident, or maybe not. A message preview glowed at the top. I miss you already. Time-stamped 10 minutes earlier. My hand started shaking. I realized I couldn't remember the last time Ethan had said he missed me. I didn't mean for it to go this far, he finally said, which somehow hurt worse than a yes. But with you, everything felt settled, predictable. Settled, like dust. I reminded him of the life we built, the mortgage, the vacations we never finished unpacking photos from. The way he used to hold my hand in movie theaters like he was afraid of losing me. He nodded while I spoke. Actually nodded, like he understood. Then he said, I don't think I'm in love with you anymore. The room went painfully quiet. No dramatic music. No shouting. Just the hum of the refrigerator and my heart collapsing in slow motion. I asked him what he wanted. That's when he smiled again. And that's when he picked up his jacket. He didn't argue. He didn't explain. He just stood there, jacket in hand, like a man already halfway gone. I'm not trying to hurt you, Ethan said, which felt like the cruelest line of all. I just don't want to pretend anymore. I asked him where he was going. He hesitated, just enough to answer without lying. I'll figure it out. We both knew what that meant. Or who. I waited for rage to rise. For tears. For something loud and cinematic. Instead, I fell hollow, like my body had skipped the reaction part and gone straight to aftermath. I noticed details I shouldn't have. How the porch light flickered to the window. How his shoes were still lined up neatly by the door. Proof that a life doesn't explode all at once. It just quietly disconnects. At the doorway, he looked back at me, not with guilt, not with longing, just familiarity, like I was a chapter he'd already finished reading. Then he smiled. No bitterness, no sadness, just that calm, final smile, and he walked away forever. The door clicked shut, not slammed, just closed. I slid down against the wall and sat on the cold floor until morning. I didn't call him, didn't text. Somewhere between midnight and dawn, I realized something terrifying and freeing at the same time. He hadn't left because of Lena. He'd left because he was already gone long before she existed. Weeks later, I found his toothbrush still in the cup, his mug still on the drying rack. I packed him away without crying. Healing didn't come as forgiveness or closure. It came as clarity. Love doesn't disappear overnight. People do. And sometimes the loudest betrayal isn't the cheating. It's the silence, the smile, the way someone chooses peace over honesty and lets you carry the wreckage alone. If this story hit close to home, I'd really like to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more real human stories like this one, don't forget to subscribe.